Dear Father, in Yeshua's name, Father, be blessed me and my family, all associates, enemies, and strangers with strength and power to defeat Satan. Overcoming our opposite and placing our power to defeat our enemies. Please to us all, physical and dangerous, misplaced deception. Dear Father, in Yeshua's name, Father, let the Holy Spirit fill this land for let your work done, dear Father. We cancel the plans of the enemy, Father, cast every demon, devil, evil spirit from amongst Father, cast sin out for this land. In Yeshua's name, I pray. Hallelujah. Okay, today our Father is talking about God's child. But first of all, prayer changes things. You all don't forget that. Prayer changes things. What our Father means by God's child is because of the cosmic war that happened up in heaven, you know what I'm saying? The fallen angels are still mad at God. So, you know what I'm saying? To somewhat like get revenge on him, they attack us. So if you've been wondering why your whole life has seemed like a war, that's because it is. And you've been getting attacked spiritually and haven't been understanding what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And we be caught in the middle of a war, man. And although, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be caught in the middle of that, you know what I'm saying, we still got to defend ourselves, man. We still got to, you know what I'm saying, fight the good fight. And then I do want to say, too, it's honorable to fight on our Father's behalf because he fights for us. So there should be no reason why we can't, you know what I'm saying, fight for him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, fight to, you know what I'm saying, better ourselves, better our situations, circumstances, and then fight to do God's will too. So we all gotta know that, man. And then your own children, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for your own children spiritually, not physically. Because I know every last one of you is going to defend your children physically. You know, I'm not worried about that. I want you all to really watch over your children spiritually. I pray over my son every day, only because I can't always be there to save him. But I know who can be there to be there for him and who has been there for him. That's why I keep him prayed up. God himself, angels, guardian angels, watching over him. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So those evil spirits and entities know not to play with him or any of my loved ones. I keep my loved ones prayed up because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not God, man. I can't be everywhere all at one time. So I keep my loved ones prayed up, man. Them prayers ain't no joke, man, because I'm telling you, like I said, it's guardian angels, man. Armies of guardian angels that will defend us, you know what I'm saying, when we call on them. So we really got to stay prayed up, man, for real. Especially the closer that you get to God and the more you gain from him. Okay, this is Psalm 137 I'm reading. This says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall you be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall you be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Hallelujah. Okay. Now, this is also talking about when the enemy had captured God's chosen people or his chosen nation, and how they was trying to mock them, you know, laugh at them or taunt them, you know what I'm saying, and telling them to sing, you know what I'm saying, the Lord's song, and they like, how can we sing that in a strange land? Like, how can we sing that? And, you know what I'm saying, we feel like, you know, foreigners, or this is not our land. You know, if we're not comfortable to be able to sing right now, that's what they was basically saying. So, you know what I'm saying, they was mad enough, I ain't gonna tell you all no lie, to be looking for revenge. Now, I do want to tell you all something that them fallen angels and evil spirits is not gonna like me telling you all. Listen, when you feel like you want revenge, because I'm telling you, I've been there and done it too many times, man. I've caught enemies slipping. I ain't gonna tell you all no lie, man. But what God had did to him was worse than, you know what I'm saying, what I was gonna end up doing to him. So that's what made me, you know what I'm saying, not even be concerned anymore about them, because they had got hit. You know, I'm talking about hit hard too. In a way that, you know what I'm saying, people won't imagine, man. Gotta do it like that for a reason, so people know how to play with him, or, you know what I'm saying, his children. When that wrath come down, ain't no joke. But I'm gonna tell you all this, listen. You can use this word. I've used this word, not knowing the exact power of it. I've used this word to get revenge on enemies. Spiritually, they didn't even know what was going on. You can use this word. And then I've used this word to defeat evil entities. Also, I'm going to use this word to defeat the fallen angels, the Anunnaki, the gods that these people are serving. Yeah, you all better find your own God to serve. You better find out who God is for real, because they have their gods. Where do you think they're receiving their power from? Why do you think they're so arrogant? They're receiving power from somewhere. And how are they doing that? Because they sacrificing to those gods. It's something that they got to give up. The god of Moloch. You all look that up. I don't be sitting up here telling no lies, playing no games. That's a god that you have to sacrifice children to. That's how they gain power too. The god of Moloch. Oh yeah, Bohemian Grove. You know what I'm saying? The, 30-foot owl or something like that? Come on, man. Like, question these things. Why are they doing what they're doing? And black robes, chanting. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure all this out, man. They got other gods too. And it comes from Egypt, man. Listen, the Sumerians taught them this. Because the Sumerians were serving the Anunnaki at a certain point before the flood. So the Sumerians taught, you know what I'm saying, who they wanted to teach how to have power. And everybody else, they just threw to the wayside, basically. That's why most people feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's a foot on their neck, because they don't have no power, man. They taught who they wanted to teach. They empowered who they wanted to empower, and now they're puppets. Period, point blank. So you got to know what you up against, man, how to defeat that. That's spiritual warfare. The way this is all going to happen is going to be a cosmic war. I understand that now. I've been really seeing in the spirit heavy, and this is too much evil here, man, for, you know what I'm saying, us to deal with on our own, man. This has to be a cosmic war that has to take place. There has to be a war within, you know what I'm saying, cosmically, the universe and the heavens, in order for a change to come about. Because the wars here don't make a difference. Plenty of wars here, and change hasn't come about. There should be change after war. That's how you know people ain't doing it right. Period, point blank. They're not doing it right. Because things ain't changing. Not for the better. You know what I'm saying? Not for everybody. Probably for a certain group of people, but nah, things need to be changing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. So that's what I was trying to tell us right now. You can use this word to get revenge on anybody that you feel like is trying to trip with you. But the only thing, you can't have an evil heart with it. And you won't always know what God's going to do to them. But you know what I'm saying? They will be dealt with, mark my words. Every last enemy that I've had has been dealt with. Period, point blank. Every last evil entity that has tried to attack me has been dealt with. Because I use the word. And I use it sincerely. I use it with all my heart. People that play with this, it ain't going to work for. You got to really know that it works. You got to really use it the right way. So, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's constantly at war, I'm going to tell you all right now, you got to learn how to use the word, because ain't no laying down. You know what I'm saying? You a coward if you lay down and get destroyed. Stand up and fight, regardless of what takes place, man. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't bring it to you if they don't want you to bring it to them. It's simple as that. If they bring it, it's going to be brought. So they'll learn, man. You know what I'm saying? To stay their distance and mind their business. And then they'll be okay. So I hope y'all take heed of that. Hope y'all get peace and love today. Hope y'all laugh a smile, put it on properly. In Yeshua's name. Hallelujah.